Hi, my name is Muhammad Ali. Welcome to my project. I will be using the new service of AWS called Bedrock. Bedrock is a large language model, quite like ChatGPT. Here, I can feed it my own information and have it summarize it for me. So I will take an article from online, feed it to the Bedrock model, and have it summarize it. So the services that I will be using are AWS Bedrock, Lambda functions, API gateway, S3 buckets, and Postman. So AWS was smart enough to know that it won't be able to compete with all the AI companies out there. So what it did was it allowed other companies to be accessible to AWS through their Bedrock integration services. The specific model that we will be using that is central to our project is Claude 2. It is developed by Anthropic and is integrated within the AWS Bedrock model. Lambda functions. So Lambda functions enable code execution in response to various triggers, while API gateways serves as a gateway for secure, reliable access to our application. S3 buckets, we all know what those are. They provide scalable object storage. And Postman simplifies API development and testing. So after you set up your API gateway, which mine is called Bedrock API, this is the endpoint that I'll be using on the Postman service. So Postman is a service where you can pass in files or raw data as JSON. So in our case, we'll be sending a file. This is the old file that I sent in. We're going to download a new one from online, and we're going to send it a new file. But before we do that, let's look at our Lambda function as well. So I don't have time to go through the Lambda function, but let me show you what the integration looks like. There's the API gateway that is linked to our Lambda function. The AWS service is so new, so recent, that it does not have native integration yet. So word of caution, if you try this, you will have to get the latest version of Boto 3 with your pip or pip3 and zip it and bring it over and add it as a custom layer. Otherwise, this service will not work. So lastly, we can look at Bedrock itself. And if you go to Bedrock and you go to model access, you will have to request access. It doesn't grant you access everywhere. Word of caution, not all models are available everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to send this file news.txt through Postman, which will go through the API gateway into the Lambda function and generate it. So this is a news article called 4-Day Work Week, and I have put it in as a text file. You can see it's a rather large file. And once the summary is generated, it should show up here, summary generated. So let's see, December 17th. So I sent it a couple of times. Let's download this one. Let's open it, and it should have summarized this for us. Here's the summary of the key point of articles. United Auto Workers Union proposed a 4-day, 32-hour week. As you can see, that it has summarized that large article for us. So this is what that does. I hope you enjoyed the project.